Hey guys, what's up? Happy Thursday. So, for those of you guys who don't know, I had an event in Phoenix earlier this week where I got to meet a lot of your beautiful faces. And I am just a little bit mentally drained today. And so I'm just going to go ahead and get right into the Ask Laurel thread. I just want to remind you every single week you should be checking that featured section to ensure that you're not missing any important announcements. And so make sure you're also reading the rules before submitting your question to the Ask Laurel thread. And I promise you guys, next week I will be back and refreshed. And maybe I might have a little bit more pep in my step for the next Ask Laurel Live. But for right now, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to dig right on in. And so this person is asking about the Power Content Library. So this is something that I attempted to put together and I just didn't get enough submissions for. And I get it. I did ask a couple of students if they wouldn't mind me sharing their Power Content. And, you know, a lot of them had some really real concerns about people in their niches ripping off their types of Power Content. And so I'm going to attempt to put this guide together one more time. So if you would like to submit your Power Content video for me to add to the Power Content Library, I'm going to attempt to put this guide together one more time. But other than that, I would just say feel free to ask each other for examples because I totally get it. You know, a lot of people are ripping other people's off, and I'm not saying that that's, you know, why people want examples, but it's just happened a lot in the past. And so I just, that's why this resource just doesn't exist right now. But like I said, in sometime in the near future, I will try to put this resource together again. But yeah, that's why it doesn't exist as of right now. Ansh says, hey Laurel, I was thinking about how we can create a custom audience for people who are engaging in messenger conversations on the business page. Any ideas? Yeah, so if you go into the create custom audiences and you say Facebook page, it actually gives you an option to create a custom audience of people who have sent a message to your page. Now, this is going to be people who sent you a message, not necessarily in reverse, but this one right here is the one that I used. It's people who've clicked any call to action button, includes people who click the call to action button on your page, such as call or message. Otherwise, it is going to be people who have engaged with any post or ad. But I totally get how that would be a very valuable asset for you just to, you know, be able to have messenger conversations. But right now, those are the two ways that you can do it. Otherwise, you want to make sure that you have a pixel on any type of resource that you're giving them in order to have those messenger conversations. And that way you can actually retarget them based on that. So Post says, hey Laurel, I'm going through the training and loving it. Getting ready to launch my first ads. I just had a question when it comes to boundaries. I'm not worried about sharing all of the information. I agree, people can find information anywhere and people pay for implementation and support. But is there something specific you do in your copy that doesn't call in just the freebie hunters? I can imagine me spending a lot of time in the DM coaching people for free and spending a lot of time on people who'll never buy. But the coaching and support is my paid service. So where is your boundary with the messenger conversations and being helpful? I asked this because I did the being helpful in the DMs. So I'm going to send you to this training over here because it actually walks you through how to actually have and create the right type of content to use in those messenger conversations. Because at the end of the day, right? So here's my process. But another exercise that I am going to actually send you to is, let me see. It is in the Power Content section, and it is underneath this problem solver Power Content script video right here. The most important thing that you have to do is you have to make sure, and there's no way, and I know this person right here is saying you want to call out people with income. That is definitely not the way to get the highest quality, because people who are attracted to income type posts are more or less the tire kickers. And so when you're looking for a higher caliber type of audience, you want to make sure that you are speaking directly to problems that they would specifically have, right? So I will give you an example, right? So me, right? So I coach course creators, consultants, service providers. I pretty much coach a lot of business owners, right? But when we're talking about my highest quality leads that I get from my Lean on Laurel program, all of my call outs have to deal with very specific problems that people have when implementing their VSL and getting it above 2 times their return on ad spend. So a lot of my call outs in my content often refer to people who are struggling to get past 2 times their return on ad spend with their VSL funnel. It's very, very specific. And so you're going to see me also coach Anna on this. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go straight to Anna's script right now, because I think it is going to help me answer Poe's question as well. And so Anna says, "Hello, Laurel. Thank you for the hot seat during the live event in Phoenix. Current situation, I'm an attracting audience during the challenge who joins my $7 membership, but is not likely to upgrade to $97. People who want to sell more digital products. New plan based on your feedback in Phoenix. Start creating power content to attract more sophisticated audiences. Create a new workshop based on the winning power content angle. Could you please give me feedback on this power content angle?" So the reason that I'm doing this right after answering Poe's question is because the way that I'm going to instruct Anna to fix this piece of power content, I think is going to make sense for you guys. So here's the first line, okay? So here's the first line of Anna's power content. Now, here's the key. You have to be both attracting your ideal clients at the same time repelling people who you don't want to work with. So you want to make sure that this is based off of a problem, right? Because here, if you go do the exercise that is in this script right here, you are going to see why this is likely not a great call out, right? Remember, we want a call out to be like a dog whistle. So if you read this, do you feel like you've been starting and stopping posting on social media? Do you keep questioning if posting is even worth it? Anna, this is a call out that's going to attract all kinds of people who don't even have a real business. And so you have to think specifically, like, what problem are you trying to solve, right? So I'm gonna keep going. It may be because you're not getting the results you've expected. Drop the line below with caption. I'll share with you a converting tip that will not only get you views, but conversions, more digital product sales. So this is not a great call out. If you were wanting to attract people who are already making money with their online business, I would suggest creating a piece of content around a problem that only that type of person would actually have, right? The problem is this script right here is too basic. You're not speaking to a specific problem that someone of a higher caliber or of a higher sophistication would have. This is a problem that people who have low sophistication levels on social media, right? So if, for example, right, this would be equivalent to me saying, hey, if you're having trouble getting an ad to convert, do you question if it's even worth it, right? That's probably every single person who's ever tried to launch an ad. I'm not trying to attract every single person who's tried to launch an ad. I'm trying to attract people who are already getting 2 to 3 times their return on ad spend, and they likely run a VSL funnel. And so whenever you are trying to figure out who your ideal clients are, you have to know exactly what is the overall specific problem that I'm solving. And I would recommend going and watching, on my YouTube channel. I actually just did a video on this. This right here, why my $5 ad strategy dominates without a huge ad spend, only because, let me pause this as soon as it plays. Oh, it wants me to play this stupid ad. Let me skip it real quick. So there's an exercise that I actually did. Is it this video? Let me make sure. Actually, it's not this video. That's my bad. It is, let me see. See, this is why I probably shouldn't do these when I'm super tired, but let me see. I know because I just did it with a Lean on Laurel student, and I went live whenever I did it. Let's see. I might not have put it on my YouTube channel. Oh, yes, right here. Broad versus tight messaging and targeting. I go through an exercise right here, this triangle exercise. Anna, you probably remember it from my event, but you have to be able to identify your floor and your ceiling when it comes to your ideal clients. Otherwise, you're going to create content that's going to attract people who will never buy from you. And so, again, we want to be sure that we are attracting. So I would recommend everyone watch this video that's on my profile, and also make sure that as you're going through the program that you are doing that content exercise, because that is going to help you get clearer on who you actually want to target. That way you are not, as Poe's question suggested, you're not talking to people who are not going to be your ideal client. And a lot of times just simply calling people out with income in the title will not cut it. You have to remember, more sophisticated people aren't interested in making more income. They're interested in solving very specific problems. Let's see. Leslie says, hey, Laurel, just started. Great content, and thank you for it. Well, you're very welcome. I'm deciding which phase I should start. I do have warm traffic through 2 channels, SEO year long, and Google Ads for the past 1.5 months. I have 1 landing page, which works really well for converting visitors into callers. However, I haven't run any ads to Facebook for age. So I would recommend starting from phase 3. And if you go into phase 3, it will actually walk you through how to actually place these ads inside the ads manager. Placing your Hot 7 ads in ads manager. So if you already have a lot of traffic, I would start in phase 3, and I would start with this boot camp, and then placing your retargeting ads in manager. That's what I would suggest. But Leslie, welcome. I'm super happy that you're here. And for all of you guys who are wondering which phase you should start in, if you go to the Get Ready protocol, and this one right here, the ads ecosystem you should start with. I have some little diagrams for you guys and some little notes. And so Leslie, welcome to the program. Ooh, geez, guys, I am so sorry. Like, I'm mentally just a little drained right now. Let's see. Daniel says, hey, Laurel, I'm a nutrition and fitness coach. I'm running brick and mortar ads for myself as I work with clients out of a fitness studio. And I also coach people online through my app. I saw your brick and mortar section and you talk about boosting posts. You don't mention anything about the flywheel, but I guess it's smart that I apply your flywheel strategies on boosting my posts. It's the same idea, right? Get my warm audiences. So that strategy right there, if you're running your online business alongside your in-person, you'll simply just want to boost your posts as you would in the brick and mortar section. If you go here, launching, let's see, the Replay Volt brick and mortar, it'll actually show you how to boost your post on your business page right here. Let's see, I got Anna already. Let's see, Eric says, hey, is there something strange going on with Facebook or Instagram? Last week, this conversion multiplier had 5,500 likes and 0 comments from people I was not targeting. Now it has no likes. I'm not sure. I don't think anything wonky is going on. I don't know. I don't have enough context or information. I would probably just have a chat with chat support. But I have not noticed anything strange going on. Let's see. Chef Shelly says, my phase 1 first flywheel is on day 8. Awesome. Power content is 58%, hook rate 14%, hold rate 4 cents per through play. 2,200 people in visible list and 2 message. Awesome. That's really good. Conversion multiplier 61%, hook rate 15 to 20, hold rate invisible list 300, 3 messages. Not bad. I would keep doing more conversion multipliers. Value bomb. My students get paid to meal prep for private students. What the free step-by-step guide? That's awesome. My hypotheses are this cold audience, interest recipes and cooking 75 to 91 million, is interested in the content message but doesn't love the value bomb. That doesn't necessarily. They just need to probably get to know you a little bit more before they engage. Shelly, I love that you are doing this. This is a really great example of engaging the field and telling me what she understood about the training. And so shout out to Chef Shelly. This is amazing. I wish a lot of people would do this, engage the field, and then come back with their thoughts based on my training. So this is freaking awesome. She says, or the cold audience needs to know me before they will engage. I think it's more so than this, but I would still try more value bombs. So she says, is my next step to test change value bomb language, different value bombs, sending to opt-in, sending to landing page opt-in, or all 3? This just depends. If you're already sending people to an opt-in page, let's see. She says, for context, I have a validated $1,000 offer that she's sold to 125 students. She gets leads organically from Google search to website to email opt-in, landing page opt-in rate 3 to 5%, and weekly long form content to email opt-in, landing page opt-in rate 54%. Awesome. And I make direct offers. So I would probably, if I was you, Chef Shelly, based on what you have told me, and this is just advice for Chef Shelly because of this context that she has given me. What I would do is I would test a landing page, only because if we look in the rearview mirror, she's already getting opt-ins to this landing page. Now, one of the things that you haven't told me is how well is this email opt-in converting to actual clients. I'm assuming that that's probably where you got these 125 students. And so inside the program, what I would do is I would go straight to phase 3. So if you have a diagram of phase 3, right, your landing page, right, would be this campaign number 4, offer ads to a funnel. So I would just put your conversion multipliers to warm traffic. So I would actually follow this phase 3 only because you already have the pieces and are already using that. And you already have you already have warm traffic. So hopefully that makes sense, Chef Shelly. Chef Shelly. That's really hard to say really fast. Chef Shelly. But like I said, I just want to commend you because this was an awesome question. The context was perfect. So guys, take a look at how Chef Shelly told me the training she watched, what she did, what happened when she did it. She asked me for advice. Should she do this or this based upon the context? And she could not have asked a really perfect question. And so, Chef Shelly, I am probably going to use this as an example of the correct way to ask a question in this program. So as a matter of fact, Chef Shelly, if you want a little bit of additional help on putting together that plan for your ecosystem, DM me because you asked such a great question. I'm going to reward you for it. So holler at me in the DMs and I will put together a little strategy for you. So a little extra freebie for you. Let's see, Joe. I read this already. She's just thanking me for some feedback on her question from last week and helping her with some power content. And so, Joe, you are also welcome. You've been showing up every single week, and I've enjoyed helping you out. And so basically what she does is she puts together faux florals for weddings. And the problem is there's a lot of people who have gone to the same design school. And so she's having a hard time identifying the gap that she should do. So if you go into the brick and mortar training, one of the power content templates that I give people is this gap script template. Okay. And so right now she's asking me to help her sort through some power content videos, but more so like helping her identify a gap. And so I really love, she said, my website copy and branding will probably distinguish me from being sassy and cheeky. I love how you were using language. What did you say? Something AF. It was really freaking cool because you're tired of the typical light and airy overexposed white dresses. And your stuff is a little edgier. And I would say this, let's actually go through the content that you think of, and I think I have a really good idea that you can use as well. And so she says faux florals, you could do a video of individual stems and the premium faux florals that are the exact replicas. Yeah, I mean, you could do that. That would be okay. Video of the actual installations, abso-freaking-lutely. They're cumbersome to move, 6.7 feet tall, and I'm limited to Seattle weather. Difficult to get outside shots in the rain now as they aren't waterproof, so trying to come up with content that would be low-hanging fruit for my executive dysfunctional brain. So I think you should go after, so you're in Seattle and you're in Fremont very specifically. Fremont has one of the most eclectic neighborhoods in Seattle. And so I think if you went with your videos while everyone's doing the most boring wedding, like you could say something like, this ain't your grandma's floral company. You know, we cater to some of the most eccentric weddings here in the Seattle area. I think you just like go, oh yeah, that's what it says. My expo banner said fake AF and proud of it. Like you are, I think you should just go all in on just being really like, you could cater to like, you know, gay weddings. You can cater to people who have an alternative lifestyle type wedding. I mean, like I said, you live in one of the most eclectic and very well-rounded neighborhoods in the entire Seattle area. And so I would make your content like, hey, you're not going to get your grandma's flowers from us. Like we push the limits when it comes to fake florals. And because we know that a lot of you guys are on a budget, we will make your florals look like you paid thousands of dollars for them in the most, eccentric way possible. I think you should lean into that. And I'd be more than happy to brainstorm some more ideas for you if you decide to go in that realm. But I think you should just lean into it because you are like already proven that your branding is out there already. And so I think you could cater to that younger, more eccentric crowd and just really lean into it when everyone's going prim and proper for weddings. You're going to do something super, super different. So that's what I think you should do. And Joe, like I said, I'm happy to help you brainstorm some more ideas. But I think you really should do that. And that would make a great Gap video as well. And I'm guessing because you already are using some type of this language, I think that would probably do well with, here's your experience. You know, there's those three different, scripts. There's the Gap, then there's the here, like what to expect script. I think you could really, really have some fun with the what to expect script, and especially like tell stories of the people that you're working for. And then tell the stories as you're building out the florals and talk about why they're different and who do you cater to and all of that fun stuff. But Joe, both of your businesses are so much freaking fun. Like, I bet you're having a blast in Seattle. But anyway, you guys have an amazing weekend. I'm going to rest up, and then I'm going to be ready to rock and roll next week. I'm going to push you guys a little extra next week, and hopefully I will have one of those workshops from my Phoenix event. Since we didn't have a conversions over coffee this week, I'm going to hook you guys up with one of the workshops that I did at my, that I almost said Seattle, at my Phoenix event. Love all of you guys. Like I said, I apologize for me being a little, brain foggy a little bit today, but like I said, I'm coming off my Phoenix event that took a lot of brain power earlier this week, and so I will be refreshed after the weekend, and I will kick your ass next week in the group. Love you all.